And welcome back for those of you watching on Facebook and YouTube. The pictures have been back for a little while now, but a very brief power outage here at the Moama Bowling Club. I mean, our comms went down the gurgler briefly, but we are back. And unfortunately, due to the delay, we've missed the majority of this game. The tail end of the fourth end here, and it's Adelaide Heat in a pretty strong position. And off the back of that from Cody Packer, even stronger position now. They get shot and third, so 59-34 they lead with one end to play. The Deer Park Club Blues, Shannon McElroy is back with us. Shannon, gave you the opportunity, though, to pop over the back and check out how the boys were going. And
they're in a bit of a battle.
They are,
yep.
And I think that's where the majority of the noise seems to be coming from, up against the Flemken Colts last event runner-up. So no surprise to see two very good sides battling it out right to the end.
Yeah. There's been a lot of some big conversions played by both skippers, and which you like to see. So hopefully the boys can. I think there were 6 shots behind going into the last end. So
yeah, and having a look at our live scores, it's about halfway through that final end, and the margin remains 6 in favour of the Colts. So we'll keep you updated, and obviously Shannon will keep half an eye on that, or possibly an eye and a half on that, and the other half on this match in front of us, where the Adelaide Heat lead the wildcard team by 25 shots. It's been, for the bits I've caught, as we tried to get everything back up and running technically, a pretty strong performance by Adelaide, who've been slow starters in this event too. But we saw them make a semi-final run in event 1, and that, from Michael Stevenson, adds to the tally with another 3 and a toucher.
Yeah, nearly out of reach now, this margin, to crawl it back. It'll require the wild card to get a few touches and an ultimate end in the process.
So this was a game which, well, really, I mean, Adelaide Heat, as I said, 1-5 from their 6 games so far. A very poor points differential. I won't run a line through them completely, but, you know, obviously winning this helps, but they're a long way back. And for the UBC wildcard team, 2 wins, 4 losses. This also is probably going to make it pretty tough for them to make a run for the top 6, albeit, depending on some other results and how they play out, they may still find themselves only 1 win outside. But as we've touched on there, Shannon, because of that points differential being so far in the negative, that almost becomes not another loss, but it just makes leapfrogging teams with equal wins that much harder.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of those teams will have to start winning a few games in a row to get themselves back in contention. But bowls is one of those sports that like that. You never know what can happen.
I'll just flip back to those current scores. And it looks like with a couple of bowls to play now, I've got to do my math here, but that would suggest that at the moment Deer Park Club Blue hold the match. They've got first and second shot. They trail by 9, but they have first and second. So
it's nearly is that a draw?
Just shy of a draw, yeah. That would take them to 63, and well, I mean, again, we don't even factor in another toucher perhaps for the Flemken Colts. It could still end as a draw, very a live possibility. Golden State leading the Western Wolves, the event 1 winners, 60-57. That's going right down to the wire as well. In fact, there's a lot of close games unfolding at the moment. Bundura 61 lead Moama Black 53. The Aussie Coolroos 71, they lead the Southern Stars 40. And right here on our TV rink, it is the Adelaide Heat 65 leading the wildcard team 34. Just a couple of bowls left to complete this one. Watch Cody Packer on the mat. His second year representing the Adelaide Heat. Of course, their second year within this competition as a franchise. Up next here on our TV rink, we'll have Moama Green taking on the Port Sorell Sharks. As we've discussed, I think, with Nugget a few times, Shannon, this would have to be one of the younger sides in the competition.
Port Sorell, definitely.
Yeah, Cody Bailey and
very
Amity.
Talented.
Very talented.
Yeah, lovely people. But you can see the ability out on the green when they play. Really good players.
And they'll be up against Moama Green, featuring Ryan Burnett, Cameron Keenan, and Super Kev himself, Kevin Anderson. But we'll just watch the remaining bowls to play out here, with Adelaide Heat to record a pretty solid win Like I said, now that they just have no room for error. They have to win every match on the run home to even give themselves a sniff, and it's an unlikely one at that. This looks pretty good from Cody Packer.
Not bad. That's a good shot.
Just falls underneath, but great run. He exits the field of play. He's had enough. And now it's with Sheldon Bagri-Howley to finish things off. He's going to play some weight, a little razzle-dazzle to finish.
Oh.
Yeah, no shortage of carnage. In the end, it will be shot bowl with Adelaide Heat, second and third with the wild card, and a 75-42 victory. Chris Green's just entered the building. We might get Greeny to jump on with you, Shannon.
Yeah, no worries.
Even though our stint and our time together was sadly cut short due to technical dramas, but it's been a pleasure, mate. Good luck for the rest of the week.
Thank you,
I'll
sir.
Hand over to our man, Chris Green. I'll let you get settled. You settle in here, Chris. You get your seat, and then we'll hand over the headset, and away we go.
Cuzzy, this is it's an unusual position to find yourself in the commentary box. Normally you're out there starring on the green.
Yeah, well, I've accumulated my game rounds of quota. That's on that 6 threshold. So cases have to obviously come in, and he's got to catch a few games up. They were having a bit of a battle on that last one. Not too sure what happened.
You're sitting pretty well though.
Completed. Yeah, pretty good.
Section A though, that's an incredible section. With, if you look at the standings, there's not much between. Well, third place, the NCE Raptors, they're sitting on 4 wins, 3 losses, 12 points. And 12th place is sitting on 3 wins, 4 losses, 9 points. I don't think we've ever seen anything like that in the UBC.
Every team's still a chance in that group. It'll just depend if they can accumulate some wins along the way.
Up next, though, Moama Green and the Port Sorell Sharks. Shan, how have you found the TV rink? Pretty comfortable by the looks last time.
It's nice. It's just the change of pace from the other green. You play so many games out on the other green, and you come on here, it just throws you a little bit. But once you get it, it's quite nice, quite true. There's no real quirks on it. You sort of know that there is a couple of lines that are faster. I think on the forehand, going down that way if you're on the higher line, because I think the rink's in between 2 rinks.
Yep.
Initially, so like there'll be a lot of foot traffic on the right hand side on the peg line. That if your bowl's going through there, it seems like it just picks up pace. But apart from that, that's pretty good.
And we're just waiting for the players to make their way to the green.
It's a real young side, the sports Sorell, isn't it? It's good to see.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's great to see them in the UBC. I've touched on a couple of times that it's great to see the combinations stay the same. And then what they generally do during an ultimate week is they build up. So the first event, they're just sort of not scratching around, but they're sort of just off the mark with some of their matches and some of the results. And you get that in the UBC format. But then events 2 and events 3, they really start to come into it. So I really wouldn't be surprised, and I've almost called it that they will be featuring in finals in one of the events, either this one, event 2, or the next event 3, if not both. And you guys have got a goal. Obviously, your goal would be to win one of the events. Last night probably wasn't the night. Event 1 final. It's one of those things too with the 5N format. You just can't find it early. And it does change, even though a number of teams play throughout the days on the TV rink. When we have that big crowd in, the temperature does go up and down, especially when you've got teams like Moama and the massive support behind the home club.
You need a little bit of luck go your way too, Greeny. It's one of those things you start playing, because this format sort of encourages players to attack a lot, that you get the 50-50 rub and half of a bowl on this and you get a nice result, that goes to a long way of getting over the line in a lot of these games.
Well, looks like we're pretty much set here. So Moama Green looks like Ryan Burnett leading up for Kevy Anderson. So this will be a bit of fun. Port Sorell Sharks. Bailey Belchambers leading and Cody Marshall skipping. Third player of each of the sides. Port Sorell Sharks third player Amity Bickley. And for Moama Green, it is Cameron Keenan. Shannon, have you had the opportunity to play against either of these two sides over the last 3 days?
Yeah, we played event one. We played against the Moama boys. We played them. Well, we played both of them actually. So yeah, we've had. I think Port Sorell was our very first game of the tournament. So yeah, I think throughout the three event competition, there will be some teams you run into every event, or you might not play any team at all.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's just the beauty of the draw and the changing up throughout each event. Obviously different settings.
Yeah.
The first points there, Ryan Burnett. A very supportive crowd here, the home club. It wouldn't surprise me to see Ryan Burnett win a golden touch over events 2 or 3 because he's always in the area. And he's
what was the number of touches?
26.
26. Okay, it's because we were talking about it obviously last few days about
talking of touches. There we go.
About the fact that the mat can be moved around a bit and how much would that affect the I suppose the average of getting touches. I think a lot of players are like, obviously if it's in the exact spot, you could probably get used to really zoning in on what that is. Sometimes you'll get a player move the mat a yard.
Further toucher there. 2 out of 3 to open the match for Ryan Burnett.
Pretty good standard.
What bowls are you using, Cuz?
I've got the Tiger 2s. I quite like using Tiger 2s on carpet. I think carpet has a lot of, well, even though they're generally a little bit wider, if you use them on grass, they'll be turning quite a bit. But the way that carpets react, and you sort of, for me, the way I like to play is that having the wider bowl sort of helps. You could use even Tigers on the back green.
So be a little quick change up here with the score. As you see on the scoreboard there, it's back to 6 apiece. So the 6 there would be toucher from Bailey with his second bowl and the lead shot at the crossover. The 6 for Moama Green, courtesy of Ryan Burnett's 2 touches, bowls 2 and 3. Kevy hunting in the area here. Shane, if there was a side who hasn't won the UBC before, who you reckon is a big chance of getting a victory over the next couple of days?
Oh, Deer Park Boom, mate.
No, apart from Deer Park, because that's an easy answer.
Look, it's one of those, like you look at teams that like Warilla, such international experience, and they play on a lot of carpet. They have a lot of success, UBCs and BPLs, so they're always a chance if they're in about.
Musgrave have got a really good side on paper, haven't they?
They're playing well this event too.
Yeah.
I see that they're leading the other group. And it looks like the boys are playing pretty good. Gaz is keeping them under control.
Yeah, we speak of Kiwi legends, and Gaz is right up there, isn't he? Just his record and...
I mean, his domestic record in New Zealand is second to none. So, I mean, he's so many national titles. He is the GOAT of national championship titles in New Zealand. And obviously...
Kevy Anderson.
Great shot.
Big
and obviously
Kev, the local crowd, absolutely loving that.
The 2 gold medals in the World Bowls 2008, him and Russell Meyer did so well in. So, yeah.
We've seen players represent dual countries. Is there any chance of stickman Russell Meyer coming back and playing for England?
Great shot. Not sure. I don't think so. I think he's content with not bowling. So he's got a family, and I think his daughters should be around 18 now. So good man though, Stixie. Man,
Yeah, great man.
He could play. He was so good.
He looked like just silk on the green, didn't he?
So talented. And he finished up pretty young. But no, amazing bowler.
Okay, so confirmation coming our way of the makeup of that first end here of this second last match for the night. And it is 17 for Moama, 19 Port Sorell.
This is going to be a close game. They keep continuing this.
Yeah, it's quite interesting too, because we've seen some absolute blowouts on the TV rink. And then you see the opposite, which is these really close matches, and they're quite intriguing because it's not always the case of 4 players playing well, but just right from the get-go here, all 4 players have had an impact on the match. And I just love the combination of Ryan Burnett and Kevy Anderson. They have a lot of fun off the green, and it comes back onto the green. They replicate that fun they have.
Another toucher coming up here.
What's the rest of the year look like for you, Shan? Is there many events, or is it all New Year-based stuff?
We have our New Zealand National Championships coming up just after New Year. So that's basically played, I think, the 2nd of January through to the 9th. So that's always a big one for most players at home, especially the ones that are in New Zealand squads or trying to get higher honours. They tend to play in a lot of the national events. So, and then I'm coming over this Sydney in March and playing Platinum for me and Ali and I think Huey.
Yeah, East Maitland.
East Maitland, mate. The Griffins. So a little bit of a shout out to those boys for giving us the opportunity to represent their club. And,
Is the Henny Penny chicken still right near the club there?
I got it. What is that?
It's like a KFC sort of chicken.
Oh, I wouldn't know, mate. Haven't tried.
Oh, you've got to indulge yourself. It's still there.
But they've got a big renovation going on at the moment.
Okay.
Another indoor. So they're going to have a double dome, a new outside area. So lots of things happening at the Griffins.
And Shan, speaking of the national championships, what's your record like over the years? You would have accumulated a number of wins, surely.
So I got 4 New Zealand titles, the open ones. So there's a number of national events that some go towards a gold star and then some go towards a silver star. So,
Okay.
so our representative bowl, say we represent your province, and if you were to win that one, that's a national title, but it goes towards a silver star, the gold star. So yeah, I mean, over the years of I played with and against a heap of good players. I was lucky to play a few times with Gary and Ellie, and we did really well. And Dunedin one year we won all 3.
Wow.
Between our whole group. So
Shot here from Marshall.
what a great shot.
Jack's out of bounds, and well, looks like
Respotting.
you got the 2 blue, you got the 2 orange, and the wider orange. Great to see who's holding shot now on the respot. Burnett's having a real good look at it.
What about yourself, mate? You play much these days?
No, not much at all. But still around the game a heap, which I love. Just tip that blue out.
Might have.
All very close there. Kevy still has a bowl to play.
Needs to lift something or clear.
Very similar to Kevy's weight, wasn't it? You know, just got to the bowl, made a movement, but just not enough to make a change.
We see some big weight here, maybe.
Yeah, he just
Through the
pointed out
oranges.
that. He just pointed that out to the bowl there.
I think if he
It's
gets
out
the
of the
outside
three, the
one,
right
he'll
one.
definitely get 3 out. It just depends if that other, if he can piece the other one on the way through.
So big weight here, Kevin Anderson. Lets it rip. Let's wait for the contact. He's in the area. Well, he's
Oh,
got the
wow.
jack through. There's always an option there because the way the bowls were set up, pretty much all in a line. He's done well. He's got a toucher with
It's a
his
lot of-
final bowl, the second end.
A lot of touches in the first 2 ends here in this game.
Yeah, it's interesting too because you normally see them at the back end, players trying to find their line, find their rhythm. The scoreboard
3-3.
after 2 ends is 33 apiece.
3-3-3-3-3.
Let's have a look at some of the other scores. Current scores, we've got Warilla, 45, leading the Aussie Cool Joeys, 39. Broadbeach, 55, lead Deer Park Club Gold, 23. The Raptors, 38, lead Windsor Centurions. The Lawn Bowls to you, Windsor Centurions, 13. Dandenong Club, 24, up against the Melbourne Falcons, who lead 33. And Carlo Koala's also on 33, and they lead the Musgrave Pelicans, 21. When you're leading up, Shan, do you have a plan of first bowl trying to trail the jack, or is it dead draw? What's any ideas?
Well, it's one of those, it's a funny one, because if you're feeling it, yes, you can just pretty much just go out there and you know exactly what it's going to do. If you're just a little bit off, though, and you try and sort of press to get your touches all the time, you can leave yourself a little bit vulnerable around the head, so you just got to be a little bit careful. But, I mean, rule of thumb is just try and get your first one within that foot, first foot of the jack. If it's on the back side of the jack, ideally better. And if you do get close and you fall short, sometimes that's not a bad thing because then you can close off touches if you fall right in front of the jack, you see. So
Yeah, for someone who's generally searching through, Ryan Burnett just falling up short there.
yeah, be a little bit disappointed with that. So it was a decent opportunity to play back to his back one.
Because we could be on for a Henny Penny banquet at East Maitland too. Well, Darcy just sent me a message saying, come up with Ali one weekend and we'll get that banquet sort. So,
They're good fellas.
oh, absolutely. So only early days here,
It's just a run, though.
sort of creating a fair bit of an opportunity here for the Sharks. Lead by 3, holding first and second. Yeah, it's tough too because there is 3 short bowls. You almost limit yourself with the weight you can play. You can't be running quick at the jack. You get a bowl and peel out and you'll have nothing else there. Kevy get down from there.
His weight was decent.
It's a good sider for his last anyway. He halves that bowl, he will get shot.
Geez, the flies are out in force today, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Kevy's just got to reach now underneath, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got an opportunity to play through even his blue ones. Might get a little bit of a fortuitous result, but if he gets the gap clean, I mean, getting the jack, accumulate some more points at least.
Ryan's looking at it. Kevy's looking at it.
He just misses. Oh, wow.
Well, he's played it extremely well. Not only just the touch-up, but he's probably got first and potentially third out of it as well.
Yeah, he played that really well.
Third in a row, Kevy's final bowl has been a toucher. Cody's turning his back on that, but there is connection at the front. So it will be first the way of Moama Green, second and third Port Sorell, and Moama Green hold on to a slender 2-point lead, 46-44. 2 ends remain.
They haven't been outside 2 shots the whole game. It's quite unique.
It is unique. It surely is, mate, because quite often you'll see a team get a little bit of a lead, then another team will bounce back a touch. But for it to be this close all the way through, sort of sets it up for almost a last bowl thriller. But the scoring with the UBC opens itself up to those big changes. Toucher there. First bowl.
You sort of get the feeling that whoever even loses this game, so to say, will probably get the bonus by the looks of it. It looks like they're going to get to that 63. Is it 63?
Yeah, 63.
Threshold.
That's purely just based on the consistency, too, of the touches, the lead shots.
He's not bad again.
Big chance here on the forehand.
Could be a 16-point bowl if he guts his jack. On the outside.
Bailey Bell Chambers here for the Sharks. Does want to half that in.
A pretty good set from the young fella.
Yeah, really good set. He's got a toucher, he's got the lead shot, and he's got passed as well. 3 out of 4 lead shots the way of the Port Sorell Sharks. Absolutely no time wasted there. Kevin Anderson.
Well, he's had a decent look because something else to play with is next. Cody will be wanting to move this jack behind the front oranges.
He's missed, but he's missed in good areas.
Very good. Still good there. Yep.
Got the tee. Just a touch under the line once again from Kev.
Oh, he does have 2/3 there if he...
Oh, big one here. Cody's turned his back on it already. The opportunity was there to trial that jack. Can he get back to the third shot? He's actually just nudged it in. Probably enough for fourth. So nothing changes here. As you can see on screen, Ryan Burnett willing Kevy Anderson in. Work off that. The little ledge there of the orange bowls just in front of the jack. He's playing bigger weight. He's going straight at it. He's close. He's done well. However, he's back edged the orange towards the respot. So he gets the toucher, 3 points, which will be the 4th consecutive end where Kevy's got a toucher with his final bowl. He's played it well, but the result doesn't show. So it'll be first and second the way of the Port Sorell Sharks. Third shot and 3 points. Moama Green. The margin 13, the score 65-52 the way of the Port Sorell Sharks heading into the 5th and final end.
As long as you can get pretty much within 15 going into the last end, you're always a chance to win in this format.
And our final matchup for the night, and it's worked out well here for the Moama faithful. We have Moama Black up against the Western Wolves. So what a matchup that is. The star-studded Moama Black up against the Event 1 champions.
Well, it's decent. He'll be definitely wanting to try and get the lead changeover at least. If he was capable of getting a toucher in the process, well, it's going to go a long way to the team coming back and maybe snatching a victory.
Doesn't need to change up much with his weight, does he? He'll get underneath that. He can work off it. So a little bit of cover here for the Sharks. Currently leading by 13. A big bowl coming up for Moama Green, Ryan Burnett. He definitely has what it takes. Can he guide it down the right line here? He's in the area, Shan.
Just needs to get anything under this. Jack, well, that helps. That helps big time. Once again, another touch-up.
$13 the margin. That's all down to the skips. Cody Marshall, can he guide the Sharks to victory? You just can't write off Kevy Anderson, though.
No, and Burno's left them a decent setup here to create an opportunity. So he'll be relieved that he was able to impact the end like he has at the moment. So Cody Marshall, what a great shot.
Kevy Anderson,
It's not bad.
how's the contact?
Oh, wow. That's a great ball.
All of a sudden, look at the head. So Cody Marshall is looking to change this up because currently they're holding 18 against. There he is in the area. He's made contact. Contact is good. It's enough to change it to a positive result at the end of the match if it was to stay this way. Kevin Anderson, though. 2 bowls remain for him and the Moama Green side. Wait to see the input there. But it looks to be first and second to Moama Green.
He either needs just an ultimate end, which would be enough. or even a toucher in first and second. There's opportunities here. He's got the deepest bowls at the back too. So if he needed, obviously, he wanted to play another shot to try and score their 3.
What's Cody playing here, Shan? 16 in front, lies third shot.
Well, if he ideally you want to get above the ultimate in threshold. So if you manage to touch the jack with this bowl, that goes up to 19, makes it a little bit harder.
In the area.
But, I mean, he's just got to arrive up through his oranges, and he's nearly drawn a dead gold. Wow.
What he's done, he's probably locked those bowls in a bit better than they were previously. Okay.
What's he got? I think if he's got 2, all he's got is a draw, doesn't he? Doesn't really have...
Timeout has been taken by Kevin Anderson. Margin of 16.
He does have the bowl right by the ditch as well. So as you see on your screen, you got the best blue at the back, and there's one right at the back. So if somehow the front blue come onto the jack, stayed up.
Can he remove the 3 oranges and his 3 blue stay? We won't find out because he's playing a draw weight. And it comes up short, so it will be a win to the Port Sorell Sharks.
You get a bonus point out of this. It's 10 for first, 65.
That bonus point could come in very handy. As we know, it's a very tight section. And there's the final score. Waiting for confirmation. So we're waiting for confirmation, the final score. And the beauty with the alternating sections is some of the Section B matches have commenced. If you want to check them out, head to ultimatebowlschampionship.com.au/scoreboard. We'll wait for the umpire to work his magic here, and then we will see Moama Black up against the Western Wolves. And shortly, Shan, I'll say thank you very much for your efforts tonight and good luck for the rest of the journey.
Appreciate it, mate. Appreciate you having me on
You
here.
can go and cheer your boys on.
And hopefully we can get another win on the board in our last game.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Do you want an update on the score?
It's not looking good.
After one end, the Aussie Cool Roos 21 and Deer Park Club Blue 3.
Okay. I've got some work to do.
So we'll let you leave there, and obviously they need a little bit of guidance from their
Cheers, mate.
little cuz. And I'll welcome back Benny Jones for the final match of the evening, and it will be a blockbuster Moama Black, the locals, up against the Event 1 champions in Western Wolves. And look how close that match finished there, 70-74. Benny, what a match we have to finish the night.
We started with a belter, and we're going to finish. So the bookends for this day 1, event 2, day 3 of the Ultimate Week. Yeah, very, very much befitting of what has been a fun day of UBC action. And yes, round 8, section B, and now we start to see teams begin to separate themselves. An opportunity for some of them to set themselves up beautifully for a good night's sleep, come back, punch out 3 games tomorrow, lock in a top 6 spot. For others, they're already in the mode of playing catch-up and having to start to rely on some other results. So the Western Wolves, of course, they come into this event with the luxury of having won the first. That can be a good and a bad thing. Obviously good, confidence is up, and not that there's a free swing at it, but you feel like you get a little bit more of a license to maybe try a few things. You're not as, I guess, focused on the end result, knowing that you've already got 32 grand in the kit bag. But on the flip side, you obviously also want to keep yourself in the running for that ultimate team honour at the end of the week for the most consistent performer over the 3 events. So that's the challenge for the Western Wolves. And for Moama Black, they also had a strong event 1. I think they would be the first to say they bowed out a touch earlier than they would have expected to, or at least hoped to. So they'll want to go a couple of steps better in the next 24 hours.
100%, but that Moama Black side, you speak of the matchup here. We have Cass Millerick, Australian Jackaroo, leading up for, well, arguably one of the greatest players ever to play the game, and that's Alex Marshall, 6-time World Indoor Singles, 8-time World Indoor Pairs, the most successful Scottish Commonwealth Games athlete ever.
Yeah.
And the third player of that side, supporting from the sidelines, Nathan Black. For the Western Wolves, Des Can.
This is a bit of a switch up from what we saw last night.
Up.
Yeah, which is his, as he said in the post-event presentations last night, that's his go-to. He's generally the lead up, and it was Chris Rosenz who was doing that for him in that final series last night. But now they've swapped roles, and it is Desi leading up.
And a toucher on cue.
Straight away. So, as I said, it's something he's very comfortable in doing.
Yeah, so Chris Rosenz skipping, and James Pearce, the third member of that side, and what a man he is. He is supporting from the sideline.
Yeah, well, again, this is the stage of day 1 of this event where teams are just double-checking to see that they are on track to meet those minimum game requirements. Each player in the team has to play a minimum of 6 games. So, of course, you can have one player who you just say, right, you're going all the way through, but eventually they will have to miss out on one because you need the other 2 to both play at least 6. And that is where there's a little bit of juggling that goes on, but you know, sometimes it's just easy to get your 5 out of the way like Nugget did, and then thankfully for us, he was able to jump in and have a little chat on the commentary. Same with Shannon. Obviously, he's done a little bit earlier today, but has had the sort of evening session off with Deer Park Club Blue. So this, this is another one of those big contests between 2 of the, well, certainly in this year's event, heavyweights, home team in Moama Black, and the Event 1 champions in the Western Wolves.
A little bit of an indifferent start there for Cass, and Desi Can jumping on straight away. He's been one of the form players of the week, Desi.
Yeah, and a huge reason why the Western Wolves had such a success. If you're looking for your battery pack, Greenie, I've got it. So sorry, mate. I realised I looked at my phone earlier after our power outage and realised I was at about 15%, which probably indicates I'm either spending too long on my phone or I just don't charge it properly. So.
Oh, go for it, mate.
No. I will hand this back over.
Because I do know you spend a lot of time watching the highlights as well.
There you go, mate. That is all yours. Thank you. I will have the check in the mail. Back at 84%, mate. We're laughing now. It should get me through to at least 9 o'clock. So here is Alex Marshall, and here is the first toucher and first points for Moama Black, and he has killed that jack. It will go back onto the tee, and would you know it, who owns the tee? Moama Black.
A little bit of cat and mouse there. Maybe a little bit of a plan there at the start. Cass said, oh, well, I'll just get round near the tee. And you just come through and trundle the jack in the ditch. If not, kill it and we'll get the respot.
Suggests that Alex is well and truly on. That's his first bowl of the game, and he has just absolutely split the jack down the middle. That's a good response, isn't it? Very close to that. Jack spotted on the tee. Another roll and a half, and he's probably making contact for a touch. Oh, saw Taddy pause halfway through delivery there. Just see some of those little streaks of sunshine coming through at both ends, but certainly at the end that the players are bowling from at the moment. You can see where the mat is placed just in front of a few of those. Well, he's on again. He's on again. 2 from 2. He's Golden Glove bound. Haven't had the pleasure of calling one yet over a day and a half here. Watching these group games, Greenie, and Alex Marshall is 2 from 2 to start this contest.
It is some start, isn't it?
I will say, though, just quietly, if there was an actual Golden Glove, I'd be a little bit uncertain as to whether to offer it to Alex. It seems like he's a pretty smooth and serious operator. I'm not sure walking around with a gold glitter glove is going to be his go. I think it would just end up in the back pocket or probably turf to the side.
Hey, some of the greatest golfers have a little bit of a golf club hanging in the back pocket. So
They do.
Yeah, fashion item as well.
It's a good point. We could allow players to just wear it on their person. They don't necessarily have to wear it on their hand. Don't think he's going to get there with this, although, as I said, it's all about early points here for Moama Black, and they're going to end up with first and second shot and a really solid start. 21-9, they lead the Western Wolves.
Yeah, an impressive start, and impressive start from both sides. But it was those big bowls from Alex Marshall, which have turned the deficit into 12.
Yep, and now if Cass can get her radar going as well, it's a two-pronged attack and something extra for the Western Wolves to contend with.
This being the final match of tonight, and then we're back tomorrow at 10 a.m. There'll be another 6 matches, so 3 for each section. That'll determine the final 6 standings. Of course, the top 2 straight through the quarterfinals, 3rd through to 6th, they will make up the prelim finals, and they'll be played at 2 o'clock. They won't be live streamed, the prelim finals, but you will be able to check out all the results at ultimatebowlschampionship.com.au/scoreboard. And then following that, between 4:30, we'll keep you updated. And that's where the main game is. It's the quarterfinals through to the grand final, all streamed live.
Yeah, and that is when we see the players really sharpen their focus. That's when cash goes on the line. A minimum of $5,000 for the quarterfinalists. So if you lose your quarter, you walk away with $5,000. If you lose your semi-final, $10,000. 20 to the runner-up, 32 to the winner. And that is the same prize money given out over all 3 events here in Moama. And a total prize pool of just a tick under $300,000, $280,500 to be precise, Chris Green.
I'm still waiting to see those UBC contracts where's our cut? Players get 10% each. We're very supportive of the winners.
Are we paid per word? Some would argue if we're paid per sensible comment, we'd probably go home.
Yeah, exactly.
We'd probably owe money. Oh no, look, I mean, I can't fault the week here. No sort of financial inducement is that big a concern. It's a great opportunity to hang out with great people like yourself, Rebecca and Case and Phil and Ed and, well, the whole gang. I won't name everyone because we'll be here all day. But, also to just rub shoulders with some of these players, and many of whom 5 years ago I didn't know existed. And now, so I got a couple of Facebook friends out of it too, Greenie. It's been it's good, and I get to watch and follow their progress and see some of the great things that they're doing in their bowls journeys around the world. You make friendships out of events like this. A lot of these guys know each other from playing on the circuit and playing for countries, playing in big world titles, but also country championships, state championships. But then for them to come here and in a slightly more relaxed, I say slightly because they all want to win and compete. Yeah, I think you develop some great respect, healthy respect for some of your fierce opponents.
Oh, you're spot on there, Benny. It's a great week, and they always are. And there's so many people involved. The players, the volunteers. Big Phil, who sits next to us and has to listen to us all day.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what he does when he goes home, but I'm sure he wishes he could bring that pillow sometimes and put it around his head.
Probably takes the earplugs out, I'd imagine, would be the first thing. And the other thing I might add too, lunch and dinner, 6 days of the week, getting that served on a platter.
Yes, please.
I mean, I'm a terrible person in the kitchen. I struggle to understand the ingredients for making ice, to be honest, mate. So for having that lack of a skill set to come here and
Alex Marshall.
Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it?
Just Alex Marshall, brilliant. It's just that slight correction, the exact same line.
And wherever we go, Greenie, we get really well looked after by the staff, and that's why this event has become the success it has, because we're able to do what we do, run smoothly, and let the players do their thing in some wonderful conditions, in some amazing facilities.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun for us. We're not straight down the line serious. We'll have a bit of fun. We'll obviously speak about the bowls. We'll get the viewers involved. We love getting the players in the box And for us, it's a fun week. There is obviously that serious part. But look, we're here. They're big days, and we just want to change things up occasionally.
It's an entertainment business.
Oh,
Granny.
absolutely.
Sport is, and hey, let's be honest, current generation, short attention spans, this is the perfect concept. This, as I said, it's T20 for lawn bowls.
Yep.
That's taken over the cricketing world. I'm still a big fan of the Test cricket, I might add. By the way, Alex Marshall, brilliant. Look at his collection of bowls. I mean, nothing surprises, really.
Well, you touch on Test cricket, and I love Test cricket.
Thursday, Gabba, day-night test. Looking forward to that.
Yes, and we'll have the iPad right here set up. But just quietly, you look at Alex Marshall and how long he's been playing the game. He's been played in every single format.
Yeah.
So he's played the long format. He's played the very traditional format. And look at him excel once again in the UBC.
Yeah, and keep coming back year in, year out. You know, players of that stature that are in high demand that are very busy with their playing schedule anyway, you know, could turn up to this and go as a novelty, one-off, you won't see him again. He's been here every year, and I'm sure he's one of the first to sign back up again. Obviously, being involved here at the Moama Bowling Club is a huge advantage. But, yeah, and I'd say for most players, you would get the same response. They come once, they want to be invited back the following year, and I can't blame them because, as I said, it's a fun week. It's a competitive week. There's some great incentives, but at the end of the day, you can come along and play the sport you love in, you know, such a wonderful environment.
Yeah, and you touched on Moama, and I think that's just so important because whatever they do it professionally, and they don't skip a beat there. You know, no stone left unturned. So you look at their two sides and their 6 players. You've got Nathan Black, Alex Marshall, Cass Millerick in this team. You've got Kevin Anderson, Ryan Burnett, Cam Keenan in their green side. So they're going for the best of the best. Yes, they pick some local players, but those local players are the best of the best.
Yeah. And you know, you mentioned Kev too. You know, he's obviously got a fairly significant role here at Moama outside of his playing. But, you know, from the minute we got in here on, well, for me it was Sunday morning. I think for a few of you guys it was Saturday night. Straight away, are you okay? What do you need? What are we missing? And it's just that little attention to detail. He's got to go and play, of course, but, you know, he wants to make sure this is a great event for the players, for the staff and all the volunteers. And so far, what are we, nearly at the halfway point? Have not heard a complaint yet.
They run an amazing show here at Moama.
Des with the side hat action. I like that look.
You know what? He's very well known for the old side hat, Desi. As soon as you see a little bit of glare there, I think it was the same as last night.
Yeah, that's you can see the light. I mean, we haven't. There is Des in the screen there at the moment. You see the light coming through directly into his face.
Just for the viewers at home as well, you can purchase the UBC merchandise through Sports Centre. So if you just head to sportscentre.com.au, there's a full range of merchandise, not just UBC branded, but also all the teams. And there is shirts, there's vests, there's jackets, there's hoodies. I think there was the stubby holders as well. And that's the same range as the normal cap. So you can buy the straight on or the side on cap, and it's the same price. Lead shot there to the Wolves. And the deficit back to 18. And it's actually the third end in a row.
Yeah.
So all 3 ends, the lead shot has gone the way of the Western Wolves.
Yeah, so Des Can is upholding his end of the bargain in that regard. It's been, to be fair to Chris Rosannes, it's been the brilliance of Alex Marshall in this first 2 ends, which has sort of separated the two sides to this point. Be a brave man to suggest that he won't continue that over the next 3 ends, by the way.
See, this is where there's a slight opportunity here. First bowl, Chris Rosannes needs to make an impact. Taddy's fallen short with his first. Chris is just going to be underneath the line here. That's the big thing against these players such as Alex Marshall. You can't give him a second chance. And these two players would have played a lot together as well in the BPL with the Brisbane Pirates.
Yeah, so many of these players. Look, he's got it again. Yep.
That's a touch.
That's a touch. Big L.
You just can't leave it open like that.
Yeah, he's I think the longer the day gets, maybe as a few other players get a little bit tired and a little bit drawn out and worn down, that just the veteran status, the experience, the guile of Alex Marshall seems to be coming to the fore the longer the day goes.
To be fair too, Benny, every time I see Alex, he actually looks younger. He's trim. He's
found the fountain of youth.
Mate, it's unbelievable.
Not many people can say that. I know I certainly would never have that sort of compliment come my way. In fact, having had Laura, my partner, and Lewis come here a few hours ago just to have lunch with me and give me a little bit of a spell, I actually think Laura hadn't seen me for 2 days, actually thought I'd aged about 2 years. Obviously, the moustache isn't helping and probably a little bit unshaven. But, yeah, it's he just looks after himself, clearly.
I saw the clippers on the bench this morning too. I thought you might have given it a bit of a trim. Did you give it a little touch of a trim?
Shave my legs. No, it's...
well, you have been running, so...
yeah, it makes me quicker. I did give it a little bit of a tidy up because it was starting to really stray into the unkempt and homeless-looking variety. So, yes, I did give it a little bit of a tidy up. Apologies for any of the stray moustache hairs left on the bathroom bench there, Greenie.
I noticed them underneath the doormat. Look at this for a shot.
Yeah,
and there
brilliant.
we go. Chris Rosands, can he hold on to the jack? He does.
Yeah, great way to finish the end there from Chris. And they'll get shot, and I think they'll get second as well.
So he gets the toucher.
Yeah.
First and second?
Just waiting. Yeah, I think so, yes. That's just been updated. 42-36 now the score. So it's a very good end, a 21-point end for the Western Wolves. And just the 6 conceded the other way to Moama Black gets them right back in this contest.
Let's have a look at some of the other scores. And we have Deer Park Club Blue, 40. Trail the Aussie Cool Roos, 83. Only 3 bowls left in that match, so the Aussie Cool Roos will claim that one.
Has a little bit of home truths of the Aussie Cool teams seemingly worked? I think that the Joeys are tracking pretty well also.
I think that sports bar session from the other night has worked.
Damo McGee has just said, that's enough, boys. Let's get serious.
Well, we won't say too much about Damo because he's actually sitting out this match. So
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He's barking the instructions and the motivation from the sideline.
Yeah, well, that could be it.
Could be it.
57 apiece with 3 bowls remaining. Kawana Thunder Bandura. Exodus 51 lead the Colts 30. The wild card side.
Yeah.
This is not even at the halfway mark of N4. Lead 61-8 against Golden State.
Yeah, wow. They've performed really strongly. I don't know if they'll do enough to make the top 6, the wildcard team, but boy, oh boy, they're making it tough for some teams that are trying to stay in the hunt.
Oh, you're spot on there. And that's the thing, that there's no easy games here. Southern Stars 64 lead Adelaide Heat 47. Cass Millerick, a further toucher.
Yep. Yeah, brilliant bowling from Cass and just gives them a little bit of breathing space. Moama Black. So, yeah, looking at the Section B standings.
Yeah,
there's the Aussie Cool Roos. There they are, up in 4th spot, sitting comfortably. You know, there is a chasing pack, but courtesy of a draw and a bonus point, they effectively have 5 wins from their 8 matches.
Well, the big thing too, the Colts, who they trail Exodus by 13, but they're currently still on top. And Deer Park Club Blue, they've registered their 8 matches already. They're on 15 points, competition points. Another great shot there from Cass Millerick.
I'll tell you what sticks out for me, Creaney. Look at Bandura in 5th, and there's nothing extraordinary about that. 4 wins and 3 losses, but plus 150. They've had 4 wins, which indicates that those 4 wins have all been, I'd say, dead set shellackings.
They've got to be, well, we've seen a couple of them, and they've been the 60 sort of range. So maybe that's what it has been.
So winning by lots and perhaps losing by not anywhere near as much. And you can see in actually one of their losses, they have picked up a bonus point. So, yeah, they're sitting okay, but again, they're in that mix of teams. It's very tight, 4 points separating 1st and I think down to 7th, and the Western Wolves are currently 7th.
Yeah, and if you were to be in 5th spot, if you having a bonus point plus a differential like that, well, you've got all the power in your pocket, haven't you?
Absolutely. speaking of power, this man has an amazing ability to come up with a brilliant shot. We've seen it throughout this match. Very few in the world have the power to do that, and this again, he'll just use his back bowl there to rest in for shots. Brilliant again from the man. I won't say the myth because he's very real, but he is a legend too, Alex Marshall. And they hold at this stage an ultimate end. Still plenty to come in this fourth and penultimate end.
Benny, we've spoken about it all day, how good the weather's been. Can you believe it's 8 o'clock?
No, I love this part of the day. This is...
Oh, brilliance there from Chrissy Rosanne's before we talk about...
No, that's all right. Yeah, no, Chris, he can interrupt anytime he likes with bowls like that. Yeah, I love this part of the day just as the sun starts to set. It's cooled down slightly, but still very, very comfortable, very warm. Players would love this. I think we'll get more of the same tomorrow. It's Thursday, Friday, which will be an interesting dynamic, particularly if a few players have a few celebratory drinks.
Yes.
Tomorrow night. They're fronting up for 35, 36 degrees.
Marshall just sliding through, but in the area once again.
This is a fantastic end of bowls from both sides. You just look at the grouping and the head of bowls here at the moment. There's only one short of the jack. So all of these bowls really, other than that, in play. But even the one that is forward of the jack can have an impact here.
Yeah, change of hands here from Chris. Following that last bowl of Alex's, he probably just wants to get to that last bowl. He can't really afford to be any overweight and get to the jack. Probably had to play it just a touch quick. Probably rushed it a little bit there because he was looking at the shot clock. He did have time because he got back pretty quick. He could be a little bit of a 50-metre sprint runner.
Well, you know, it actually takes me back to a chat yesterday that I had with Barry Lester, and he said the same thing about Chris. He said, beautiful bowler, great action, fluent action. Sometimes maybe just rushes through a touch. Now, I understand the shot clock is a factor, but really these players aren't bothered with 30 seconds up their sleeve and sometimes gets to the mat and fires off a little bit quicker than he needs to. And sometimes it can result in a bowl like that.
Okay, Alex is after it, and he's...
This is why, though, isn't it? He'll take a touch off his front.
Oh, Benny.
That's why.
You can even call the touches now.
Well, he gets the touch. I don't know. It's going to be very tight for that shot bowl. You can see both players. Cass has put the finger up. So
but the good news here for Moama Black is no matter what, they got first or second and third.
Yeah.
And they hold a 12-point lead at this stage. There is a toucher as well.
Yeah.
So big shot there. And look, Alex raised his hand. He knows that wasn't exactly what he was going for, but he was in the area. He had the correct weight, so he could work off that bowl. Albeit not the exact desired bowl he was going for, it was still one of the results. And these things happen in bowls.
Yeah, and what it does now is just maintain that, well, it's a really nice buffer to have, 20 points to the good with one end to play. They did lead by 6 coming into that fourth end. Is that the bowl's equivalent of the let cord in tennis? You know, when tennis players hit the ball and it just flips the net and bounce, they put their hand up. Oh, sorry, mate. When you know deep down they're thinking, you beauty, cop that sort of thing. Is that when you play a bowl that...
Yeah, that would be correct.
So that's etiquette? That's a kind of a, look, yeah, I didn't, it worked well for me, but that wasn't my intention. Bad luck sort of thing.
I'd actually be cheering if I got over the net. If I serve a tennis ball, it's either bounce twice before it goes over or it goes right into the net about probably a half a foot up.
No, I'll stick to the underarm serving. I haven't played tennis for quite some time. I dread to think what my serve would look like these days.
I used to have a really good overarm serve.
Yeah.
But that was back in the days of table tennis.
Yeah. This looks pretty good from Cass Millerick. Oh, just missing underneath. Great run and a hearty round of applause from her teammate there and Alex Marshall.
Leading by 20, doing all the right things still.
Yeah. See Des just a little false start there at the mat. Straight back onto it. Plenty of time up his sleeve. They need to get some touches here and make some headway into this deficit, the Western Wolves. Des get this to the jack. It's going to fall short.
Well, Cass can almost ice this game with a toucher here. She gets a toucher of her own back to hers and gets a toucher plus the shot. It's pretty much game over. Just a touch of hurry needed. Okay, so this must be played here. This must be the shot.
So Desi can.
Of course he can.
He was the skip bowler last night as the Western Wolves went all the way in event number 1. This looks like a fantastic effort. Is it going to have enough? I think just short. You can see just a bit of disappointment there from Des. He knows that would have been a hugely important 3 points had it fallen the way of the Western Wolves. Instead, it allows Moama Black to extend their lead now by 23, which I think we've mentioned it so many times. People watching on would almost know the words that are about to come out of my mouth, but it just makes it super hard for Chris Rosen's here now to make up that many points. And you throw in the element of coming up against one of the best in the world, who's not going to give you really even half a sniff.
Well, that's the thing. You could try and pick a place where you're going to set up a little catchment, but Alex Marshall would have thought about it 5 minutes ago, so there'd be a bowl there.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly right. So this isn't going to work in enough for Chris, but effectively now trailing by 23. An ultimate end and 2 touches would get them the win, assuming, of course, that Alex Marshall can't record a toucher somewhere in between all of that.
Here he goes, just trotting down behind it. Generally, he gets that trot up.
Yeah.
Gets a little bit of angle in his walk.
And just like I said, it's not going to get the touch, but gee, it's a great shot. What a fantastic shot.
Well, that's the thing with Marshall as well, with the UBC. Sometimes in some matches you might not see as many touches as you'd expect, but there's a number of bowls of his that finish in the top 3. It'd be very rare to see an end, firstly, an ultimate end against Moama Black.
Yeah.
And then secondly, an end where Alex hasn't got a bowl in the top 3. He's always in the areas, he's always thinking. He communicates very well with his partners. And then the partners throw back quite a range of support because they know what the man can deliver. Well, incredibly, Exodus have jumped to the top of the table.
Yeah, they have. And, well, we know they're a dangerous outfit at the best of times. And despite, again, for them, below par event 1, they are in no mood to muck around. 6 wins, 2 losses. Points differential indicates they're involved in a lot of close games, albeit they've probably also been involved in 2 heavier losses. But only plus 10, Flemkeng Colts, runners up from event 1. They've picked up where they left off last night.
And already there's a story in the result of this match. So currently Moama Black 6th, Western Wolves 7th on the same points. The win here for Moama will push them to 15 points, Western Wolves 12 points, and their point differential will start to grow and grow and grow. So that top 6 is already starting to take a little bit of shape with still 3 matches to go.
Well, they're only 17 points behind on points differential to Deer Park Club Blue, and they've won this game by 35. So they will now go up to 3rd place. There it is. It's just updated for us, Greenie.
And you can check all of those standings at ultimatebowlschampionship.com.au/scoreboard. There's been some remarkable bowls played today, some absolutely brilliant matches. And the beauty is, Event 2, Finals Day, is tomorrow. In the morning from 10 a.m, we have 6 sectional round games, 3 from Section A, 3 from Section B. We'll have the prelims at 2, which you can follow online at the website and have a look at all the live scoring. Then from 4 to 4:30, we will have the quarterfinals starting, which will run all the way through to the grand finals, where we will crown a new event champion. Or could it be the Western Wolves? Could they go back to back? We'll wait until tomorrow to find out. Thanks for tuning in. Find out all the information at ultimatebowlschampionship.com.au/scoreboard and our social channels.
We're here tonight for the Event 2 finals.
Look at this for a shot.
Oh, that's a touch or two, I reckon. Wow, well, that's a big time drive. Oh, touch up to keep them alive. That is one almighty comeback. Could not have executed that any better. Oh, he threads the needle there, gets a touch up, but it all comes down to this. And he's just stolen it. This is just bowls of the highest quality.